With the impact of Russia-Ukraine conflict on global economic growth, Uganda's growth projection for 2022 has been reduced to 5.5% from the previous projection of 6%. Uganda's economic managers have a tricky play of factors at hand, including recovery, which is much needed but is now complicated by rising inflation and the intent to contain the growth of the country's debt, aiming to bring down the budget deficit to 7% from 9% of GDP. In this scenario, something must give.
You can say, okay, let me allow, even if inflation edges up above 5 temporarily, so long as I'm supporting economic growth. So that is the aspect of what the statement is saying. So you have one aspect of the economic policy that is constrained, and because also we want to contain our debt to GDP, and then economy is recovering, then you have still recovering. So for us, therefore, to allow growth, probably to come with slightly higher inflation above 5.
Speaking of inflation, the numbers show that it's about 3.7%, which is statistically low, but in real terms, prices of fuel have risen by more than 8%, with items like wheat and other household commodities also on the rise. In that situation, the ball is in your hand to maneuver through this spell.
I think when you are telling the listeners or the people who vote, you have to say, okay, look at your basket and start, see whether you can substitute some items. If, for example, the price of wheat has gone up, can you move away from, say, chapati or bread into sweet potatoes or cassava? I mean, it looks a bit abusive, but that's the reality if your income has remained the same.
Going by the available evidence, the impact of the full opening of the economy will not match the expectations of many, for it is as good as a boost for businesses. Using a cautious approach to things might still be warranted for the foreseeable future. Ismail Musa, Ladu, NTV Business.